One decision. That's all it takes. Not a miracle, not a perfect plan, not a lottery ticket. Just one decision. One decision to finally quit the job that's draining your soul. One decision to start the business you've been afraid of. One decision to stop settling for a life that's less than you deserve. Here's the truth that most people ignore. You are one decision away from a completely different life. That might sound dramatic, even unrealistic. But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see just how powerful a single choice can be when it's backed by purpose, clarity, and action. We've all had moments where we knew we needed change. Moments where we felt that tug, that inner voice whispering, "This isn't it, you were made for more." But what happens? We hesitate, we overthink. We tell ourselves, now's not the right time. And then we go back to the same habits, same routines, same life. The reason most people stay stuck isn't because they're not capable. It's because they keep postponing the decision, not the action, the decision. Because once you make a real decision, one that's final, one that burns the bridge behind you, everything begins to shift. Let's get clear. A decision is not a wish. It's not a hope. It's not a someday. A decision means you cut off every other possibility. You commit, you focus, you move. Tony Robbins once said, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." And he's right. Think about it. One decision to move to a new city, one decision to walk away from a toxic relationship, one decision to wake up early and take your health seriously, one decision to start investing in yourself. These choices change not just your schedule, but your identity. Let me share something personal. There was a time in my life when I was drifting. I had goals, but no urgency. I was comfortable but slowly eroding inside. Then one day I looked in the mirror and thought, if I don't change now, this is my life forever. That thought hit me like a punch. And that day, I made a decision. No more drifting. I committed to showing up daily, building my mindset, reshaping my habits, and acting like my future depended on it, because it did. That one decision triggered a ripple effect. Within weeks, my energy changed, my actions changed, my results changed, and most importantly, I changed. Here's the part many overlook. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on the decisions you make. When you make empowering choices, your brain starts to associate those actions with pleasure, progress, and purpose. When you delay, avoid, or settle, it learns comfort is safer than growth. The more you choose courage over comfort, the easier it becomes to do it again. That's how momentum is built. Neuroscience shows that deliberate decisions, even small ones, activate the prefrontal cortex. It's the part of your brain responsible for planning and goal setting. That means every bold decision you make literally strengthens the muscle of self-leadership. Every day you stand at a fork in the road. On one side is the path you've always taken, familiar, predictable, comfortable. On the other side is the unknown, the scary, the uncertain, but also the potential, the breakthrough, the you you're meant to become, and it's one decision that separates the two. The decision to choose growth over comfort, to say yes to the opportunity instead of the excuse, to stop running from your potential and start chasing it. Most people don't choose the second path because it feels risky. But let me ask you, what's the real risk? Living a life that never truly lights you up, waking up 5 years from now with the same regrets, wondering what could have been if you had just said yes. It's the cost of indecision. Now, don't get it twisted. Not every life-altering decision looks massive. Some are small, quiet, private, but they're just as powerful. The decision to read 10 pages of a book instead of scrolling for an hour, the decision to say no to fast food and yes to your goals, the decision to journal your thoughts instead of bottling them up, the decision to go for a walk when you don't feel like moving. These micro decisions stack up. They compound. And over time, they create a completely different trajectory. Your life right now is the result of thousands of small decisions you've made over the years. So what would happen if you became intentional with each one? Let's talk about how to make the decision that could change your life. It's not about waiting for the stars to align. It's about clarity, commitment, and courage. Clarity, ask yourself, what's one area of my life that I know needs to change? What decision have I been avoiding? Be brutally honest. Awareness is the first step. Commitment, make it final. Burn the maybe. Say it out loud, write it down. Declare it to someone who will hold you accountable. Treat it like there's no going back. Courage. It won't feel easy. That's normal. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action in spite of it. And once you decide, act immediately, even if it's something small. Action seals the decision into your nervous system. The moment you decide, something shifts inside you. You go from victim to creator, from wandering to focused, from hoping to doing. And here's the most beautiful part. Life starts responding differently. Opportunities you never noticed before start showing up. People begin treating you with new respect. You carry yourself differently. You start attracting what you're aligned with. It's not magic, it's momentum. And it all starts with one decision. Let me free you from a common myth. You do not need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. You just need to trust the process. Success doesn't require perfect clarity, it requires boldness in the fog. The path will unfold after you commit. The how reveals itself after you say yes to the why. Most people wait for confidence before they decide. But confidence is the result of deciding and following through. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not after one more motivational video. Now ask yourself, what's the decision I've been avoiding? What would my life look like if I finally made it? Who would I become if I stopped settling? Because here's what I know. You're not stuck because of your circumstances. You're stuck because of a decision you haven't made yet. So make it. Draw the line. Burn the excuses. Step into the version of you that's been waiting to be chosen. You are one decision away from a completely different life. And that decision starts today.